as we'll see Tom Brady and the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins.
Autumn has come to New England. No place like it on earth this time of year. We are at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They'll be led out by a guy who is very familiar with his defense from all his years in the AFC East. He, of course, is the great Tom Brady. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. Finding Bourne here over the middle. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Foxborough to capture the season series. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 40 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time?
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead grows to 10-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shot here on the ground. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points. But that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. New England's offense set to go. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss, as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Brady's throw taken in by Bourne.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. That's Bourne. Got it on the slant. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Brady. He's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Damian Harris hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have got it back to within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 13-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Right back to him on 1st down. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a handoff running through the middle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Dolphins hit 3-7 now in the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't
think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
In motion left is Beckham. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. They'll send Beckham in motion right. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Dancing to his left. And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Play action. Now it's Brady. Going deep here for Parker. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave it with a second and just a few inches left. Now Brady. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And the Patriots are going to be set up with a first and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Pats are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Beckham will go in motion right. Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On play action, here's Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
There he goes right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Tua, a final shot before half. And going deep for Hill. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But, Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Looking to pass. Tua. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Steps away. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. 110 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a play fake. Brady. Ballooning. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack, as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Brady. That's caught left side. Myers with it. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, still a one-possession game. Remember, it could have been 2 after they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it. But their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
You're certainly right about that, partner. And a lot of people look at them going for it on 4th down as a failure when they didn't get it. But there's also their way of saying, hey, we have confidence in our defense because they went out and helped them get the ball right back for them. So nice stand for them. Momentum can swing back to their side if they have a good drive here.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Tua going to throw. On the move to his left. And he's got this to Jefferson. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Justin Jefferson. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Dolphins have cut the lead back down to 2.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge, and fire out.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Brady's throw there complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. On second down, this is Harris. And some room to roam now. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And even 150 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Meanwhile, Brady's throw into the hands of Henry here. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
To throw again on second down. Brady over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Big Benogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the gun, it's Tua. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Here's Jones on the return. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
On play action, now Brady. Open man down the field is Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one goes for 24 yards. Harris running straight ahead. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 163 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these. Sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They run again with Harris. And a short gain down to about the 33. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Back to throw. Brady. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. on the give. This is Harris. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain